Hello, my name is Reno, and this is going to be my video assignment and flexibility routine for the PFTR 1220 course at NATE. So for the assignment, we were given a client case study picture, and I identified the client as having pronation distortion syndrome, or essentially foot pronation or flat feet, and adducted and internally rotated knees, or knock knees. And so I've created a 6-week flexibility program which the client will be performing 5 times per week. And in my video, I'm going to be going over some of the techniques and demonstrations of the static and active stretches that the client will be performing in the program. So this first exercise here is a static gastrocnemius and soleus stretch. The client's going to be performing one set on each side or each leg with 30-second static holds. And the client's going to be standing facing a wall or a stable object with their hands against it. They're going to keep their back and back legs straight. And then they're going to bend their arms as they lean forward towards the wall to feel the stretch, while keeping their glutes and quadriceps activated so that they can hold the knee in extension. For this exercise, the client is going to be in a seated position, whether on a chair or on a bench at the gym. And they're going to maintain an upright torso position. They're going to start with one leg and cross it over the knee of the other. And this is going to be stretching the perineal muscle that I've indicated here on the outside of the leg. And they're going to take their hands and bring their foot into plantar flexion, just like this. And then they're also going to use their hands to supinate their feet, or the sole of their feet, towards their torso. And this is going to cause a nice deep stretch in the perineal muscle. And the client should perform one set on each leg for 30-second holds each. So for this next exercise, the client will be performing a static standing adductor straddle stretch. They'll be in a straddle position with their feet outside of shoulder width and their toes pointed forward. And then the client is going to rotate their pelvis opposite the side that they'll be stretching, and lean sideways to get a nice stretch in the adductor or groin area here. And the client will be performing again one set on each side for 30-second holds each. Now moving into the active stretches here, the client's going to be performing an active kneeling hip flexor stretch. So they're going to be getting into this lunge position with one leg in front and one leg under their hips for support. This is going to be stretching again the hip flexor muscles, the thigh and around the pelvis. They're going to want their front leg's ankle underneath their knee and their front leg at 90 degrees, and their back leg's knee under the hip. Then they're going to rotate their pelvis posteriorly and then shift their weight forward towards their front knee. And the only difference here with these active ones now is the client is going to hold each rep for 1 to 2 seconds for 5 to 10 reps. Okay, and the next active stretch here, the client is going to be in a supine position. They're going to raise one leg with the knee flexed, and they're going to use their opposite hand to support it. They're going to rotate their hip slightly towards the other side, so the leg is just about over the other leg. And then with the supporting hand, they're going to extend the knee. And this is going to be an active supine bicep femoris stretch. And they're going to hold each repetition, 5 to 10 repetitions for 1 to 2 seconds each. So on to the last active stretch now, is the body weight squat with simulation of picking up an object, as we've seen in the original case study picture. The client won't be performing these until around the week 4 mark, or the time where they've started to experience neuromuscular adaptations and correction to the shortened muscles and pronation distortion syndrome. And by that time, then they can start to practice the proper squat form.